Hello guys, welcome to another edition of Tips for Dummies. On this episode I'll be exchanging the faucet top part of a faucet, just this part, the face, not the whole cabinet, but just the top part. And as you can tell, I have these based two pieces on the side that it needs to come off, and it's probably glue all the way around. And the best way to do it is just to stick a putty knife and try to get it loose. I couldn't find my putty knife, so I'm gonna try with a screwdriver and let's see what happens. Alright, so I'm gonna try from one of the edges. That side. As you can see, it comes off. Right now I'm gonna take the paint off. Again, it's better with a putty knife, spatula, but right now I have to do it with whatever I have with me. So I'm taking the side, try to be careful not to damage the wall. Sorry guys, I moved the camera. Got silicone right on the bottom. And basically we're gonna do the same thing with the one. So I got this part off, as you can see. Alright, it's completely off. Now I gotta do the other side. Now I have to do the other side. Alright, so let's get it done. Okay. I'm gonna do the other side. So I got this part too. You can take all that off anyway. It's gonna have to come off. You can paint it. Alright, so I got the second part. Alright, the next thing to do is to remove the water valve. Yeah, you're gonna have to remove this, and that's done through the bottom. Let's get to that. So, the very first thing I want to remove is the water trap. Usually you can take this by hand, you don't need a special tools. You probably want to get a little container or something because it's gonna drop some water right here, and usually the water drops when you loosen the other one. All right, like this. All right, so okay. All right, so we got it down. All right. Oh. So the next thing you want to do is shut down the valves. Just 1 second. So the very first thing I want to remove is the water trap. Usually you can take this by hand, you don't need a special tools. You probably want to get a little container or something because it's gonna drop some water right here, and usually the water drops when you loosen the other one. All right, like this. All right. So okay. Alright, so we got it down. Alright. Oh. So the next thing you want to do is shut down the valves. Just 1 second. Alright. So the next time you want is shut down the water valves. Oh no, they're too hard, so I'm probably gonna need some pliers. That's what I don't like, but you know, with these cheapo valves. All right, let me get some pliers. So I'm actually gonna use some pliers to shut this down. You have to go slow on these things because they're so old. They can get busted and they're so cheap. What I do is that I give it a couple of twists, kind of like this. I think I got a broken loose, and I think I got this one. Yeah, so I got to turn the cold water. This is for the cold. The one to the right is usually always the cold, and now I gotta do the hot water. All right, so the same as the other one. Gotta kind of want to break it loose slowly. Slowly gonna break the valve. These valves, so I'm telling you, there's ones that they turn halfway only. Those are the ones that I like. Gotta break it loose, and I got it. All right, I got it. All right, so I got it. No water. All right. So the next thing I want to do is I want to loose those bolts from up there, the water hoses. Which is those. There is a special tool for these hard to reach places. I didn't brought it with me, but I think I can get it with the pliers, I assume. I hope so. I hope I can get it. So I'm gonna get one side. Sorry about that. I don't have a place to put the camera. Alright, just 1 second. Alright, so I guess you can see what I'm talking about. Just with the pliers, take it off. I already got this one out. Now you do the same with the other one, with the pliers. That's all I have right now. There's a special tool, like I say, to remove them. I didn't brought, so just remove the other one. All right. So now that I have that removed, it's usually a matter of pulling it off. This thing is glued to the wood, and unfortunately I couldn't get my putty knife, but usually, see, just by putting a little bit of force, this thing will come out. Now, I do want to cut the silicone there. I want to cut the silicone back there. I don't know if you can see, this thing already picks up. So I'm gonna get the silicone from back there, and let's see what it happens. Okay. All right. So I'm gonna cut the silicone. I got a pretty good knife. It's not a utility knife, it's a knife. I'm gonna cut up the silicone. Cuts fairly easy. Alright, so now we can remove the whole assembly. Yep. That's what I thought. Oh boy. I messed up on that. Ow. Okay. So we got it out. Alright, we got the assembly out. We're gonna put it aside. Now, as I took the vanity out, I saw that imperfection. I don't know why they did that. I don't know if they did it because the vanity didn't want to go through, or I don't know. But I don't like it, and I think I want to fix it. I don't like that just being there like that. You're gonna cover, I mean, you can get some roaches and stuff like that here. Alright, so I'm gonna cover that, and I'm gonna clean all this before I put the new vanity in place. Alright, let's do it. So as I took the vanity out, I noticed there was no glue. It was just standing there. That's weird. I mean, it was good for me because it came out pretty easy, but it's not good for the life of the vanity. So I am gonna glue it. I'll show you how. Once I repair that wall, I'm gonna show you how to glue it and what type of glue that I use, which it just holds it right in place. All right guys, so I want to cover that hole. I don't like it, and what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna put these patches. I'm not gonna worry too much, or I'm not gonna do so much of a perfection there, because it's gonna be covered by the vanity itself. So I'm just getting these patches that I got. Actually, I got it on the 99-cent store. And you know, they're supposed to be self stick. They have like glue on one side, and I want to put it right in here. I'm gonna put one right here, just like that. Like I mentioned it, I don't care too much about perfection. All I want to do is just cover it, and then I'm gonna put the compound there. So there goes the second. Second batch. Same thing. I'm gonna put it, overlap it right. Like I said, I purchased this at a 99-cent store, so they're not. They sell some other very expensive at the hardware store, but you don't need to. And I'm gonna put the very last one. Once I put the mesh, this one has metal on it, which is good, I guess. I'm gonna put the compound. Alright, so this is the compound that I'll be using. It's just an all-purpose joint compound. This one, it's a little bit hard already, so I'm gonna try to get something from. It's kind of hard on top, so I'm gonna try to get something from the bottom. Kind of like that, where it's a little bit softer and more humid. And then all I want to do, because it's a raw spot, I'm just gonna stick it in there, and I'm gonna put the compound like that, as you can see. And like I mentioned it to you, all I want to do is just seal that hole. I don't want no holes going directly inside the wall, because I don't know, animals can hide there, cockroaches and insects and stuff like that. So what I'm just doing is just covering the hole. I don't know who left it there. I don't think it was a good idea. I think it was a cheap work. shouldn't leave any holes at all. Anyway, that's the way it was. Alright, so I'm gonna get some more. See, I am not worried at all about the perfection. All I want is seal, and I'll be happy enough. Just with a good seal. I'm getting there. So I'm missing this corner. I just put compound right in the corner, and I'm gonna do that. I don't have to let it dry. So I can put the Vanity already, but I'm gonna let it dry so that way I can paint that really good. You can see how I'm covering all the holes in the compound. Yeah. And once it's dry, obviously it'll be stronger. You can go there. Once it's painted, these imperfections, I mean, like I said, you don't have to be, I'm not gonna worry about how nice it looks because this is gonna be hidden. When you only have to do in the corner, but just put compound right in the corner and start filling up the gaps. It takes a little bit of practice, but there is no science on this. You will get it. Anybody can do it. It's so easy. It's just like child's play. So now you can see there is a little bit more cover. I just need to cover a little bit more spots right here. Right there, just a little bit, and I'm done. This is done. Alright guys, so I got it covered. It's covered, completely covered. Let it dry. By tomorrow, I'm gonna install the vanity right here, and it's gonna look just awesome. Alright guys, so this thing is dry. It's dry. It's hard, and I'm not gonna worry too much about the looks because that's gonna be covered. And all I'm gonna do is just paint it, so that way it matches the color. It's a good time to paint it. You know, when these things are off. You know, it's the best time to paint it. See? paint it. Just paint the whole thing. Alright, come back in a little bit. Alright, so now it's completely painted. And I also gonna take advantage right now to fumigate in the hard to reach parts. These parts you cannot get through it, so might as well just fumigate it, you know. Also on this part, just buy any regular fumigation bottle and so next I'm gonna put this silicone liquid nails. I don't know if it's good. It's been sitting there for a while, but actually I'm just gonna put it in not all the parts, but just a little bit on each side, just to see if it. All right. Alright, so as you can see, I put these liquid nails as much as I could. It's not much. This is a really good stuff, and the liquid nail seal you have to consider as a permanent job. If you think you're gonna remove these in the future again, in the near future, but don't use liquid nails. You may use just regular silicone. This one, it didn't have anything on it, which is so weird to me. You know, the builders of the home, they were really cheap. I don't want to mention the name of the builders, but I know who did it. But anyway. So now it's time to put the sink on top and let it sit, and that will be it as far as that. Then it comes to installation. Let me show you. Alright. Okay guys, so the next step is just to throw the sink on top of it. Let me see if I can do it. Ah, bummer. I have a little problem. This does not fit.
Así le dejo.
Así déjalo. Okay, guys. The measurements of the vanity, it was a little bit bigger than the wall itself. And I barely got it in, and I did some a little bit of damage on the wall, as you can see. But it is repairable. I was thinking of reducing the I was thinking of cutting these and that, but no, I just put it in by force. You shouldn't have these problems because most of the measurements, they're standard. In this case, the constructors, the builders, they messed up. But I got it in by forcing a little bit, and like as you can see, you know, there's a damage on this one. You can barely go, we're just not gonna be able to tell because this is where the wall is gonna be at. I have to repair that little damage and that, which is much better than cutting this stuff. So I got it in. It's pretty well sit. The glue is gonna get dry, and we're ready to install the rest of the stuff.